It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Cincinnati. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
You almost feel privileged, partner, every time you get to see him run out in the field to start a game, because every game, every snap, you and I both know he has potential to do something special. And that inspires his teammates as well. They know how incredible he is. They want to give max effort as well.
Manning now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Manning now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And he's got Shockey. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone now. Manning. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Rock and roll, baby.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. To throw is Manning. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barber. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 36, Manning. This goes to Barber, the running back. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a play fake. Manning. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Manning. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cruz. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A first down carry for Barkley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Manning gonna throw. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Burrow will throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, Dillon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. On the right side, caught by Green. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On 2nd down now, it's Brooks. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Brooks. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From a yard out. And the Bengals are back within a score. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. That time, a 9-play drive, and it ends with a Bengals score. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Throwing on first down is Manning. Cruz has it over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Barkley inside handoff, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Running left, it's Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And out now, here come the Bengals. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Green's got it over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run again with Dillon to about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. 3rd down here.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Burrow. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And that one results in 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Again, it's Burrow.
He'll check this down, complete to Dillon.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now it's Burrow. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Fourth down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And they cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Graham now to boot it away after the made field goal. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They begin with a run by Barkley. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Manning to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Manning now on first down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again on second down. Manning. And he's got Shockey. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 27 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So a good decision that time by Zach Taylor.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Manning to throw once more. This is caught. It's Cruz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. On second down, here's Barkley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Manning. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
It's showtime, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Turn it up to the whistle. Come on, let's go. Dominate this.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dillon up the middle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Got his man, it's Eifert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Play action. It's Burrow. Now swing pass for Dillon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Burrow's throw taken in by Green here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Burrow on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And it's complete to Eifert. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Johnson with a completion over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And this one is right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Graham now to boot it away after the made field goal.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On play action, now Manning.
And this one too low.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Manning. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the air again, Burrow. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for the Giants. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On second down, another run for Dillon.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third down, Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Manning. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A handoff to Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
They'll run it again with Barkley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Manning. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Barber on 1st and 10. Down at the 25.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd and 7. Running with Barber out of the gun.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Manning. And that will be incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. Rosas' kick is good, and they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away.
The Bengals offense returns to the field. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Burrow will throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And possession switching back to the New York Giants.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. It's caught. Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Three yards remain for second down. Up the middle with Barkley. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Manning now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Manning going to throw. And he's got Shockey.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Into the red zone now, Manning. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. Again, they'll throw with Manning. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. From 3 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go draw play. It's Dillon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now Burrow. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Burrow. He's got Green.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. And they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Burrow looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Graham now to boot it away after the made field goal. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The New York set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Manning to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run the draw with Barber. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Manning. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Up the middle they go with Barber. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the gun, here's Barber. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Manning. It's caught by OBJ.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Barkley will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. A 10-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon.
Dancing away at the 30. And some room to roam now. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So they hit pay dirt on just 1 play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Manning now on first down. He's got his man Cruz. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up second down. Throwing now is Manning. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Now Manning. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Manning. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Barkley inside handoff.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
To throw is Manning. Over the middle to Beckham.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this. Let's go, boy.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now it's Barkley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Manning. And he'll just get rid of it.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Manning. And he's got it. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So now the Bengals down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well.
Let's bring it. Okay. Let's have some fun. Let's get something going now.
Burrow. Pass complete to Green. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete there to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now Burrow. Again, it's Johnson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Burrow finding Green complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Let's roll. Anytime that ball comes to me, that's right.
Throwing, Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. To throw, Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Manning will take a knee, and that should be the final act in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.